January has been like stupid busy for me. And I've been acquiring a heck of a lot of stuff lately. I've been finding great prices. So, plus all my normal monthly stuff. But I've been finding a lot of stuff online lately that I've been looking for. So, we're going to get into this right now and get on into it because there's probably about, I don't know, probably 60 or more here. It's a lot. We'll start it off with Origin number 2. This is by Boichi. And you know what? I never put these two together, but he's the same dude who does Dr. Stone. And if you look at Dr. Stone, the artwork in that is cartoony a little bit. But you look at this stuff is beautiful. I mean, just get a random page in here. But I mean, that's not Dr. Stone, baby. This is some good stuff, and the story is pretty cool so far too. So if you haven't started reading Origin, you might want to check it out. Here's Sword Art Online, Progressive Scherzo of Deep Night, number 3. This is the final volume in this series, and then they'll be starting the next episodic set of books. I don't know why they always like to do 3 or so. It's kind of weird, but it wasn't bad. I mean, everybody knows SOA. You know what it's going to be about, and yeah, it's fun if you're into that kind of thing. If not, then it's trash. One book that I've been waiting for, oh my god, ever since the last book, is Boys Abyss. Look at that, good cover. Number 4, and oh boy, this one I got to read already. Does not disappoint. Oh my god, this series is so good. So twisted. Dude, I don't even know how to get into it because it's so intertwined, multi-generational, and even the teacher's a psycho bitch. Straight up, can't by the end of this volume, if you're reading it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. This volume here next was probably on par with Boys Abyss that I've been waiting for. Took a while to get this one. It's not an original. It's like a print by WOS Limited. I just wanted a filler book. Some of these volumes are just too dang expensive. So I went and got it, from overseas. And this is Pleasure and Corruption, Volume 2. And I'm going to tell you what, this story is good. I don't know. I don't know about your whatever kind of kinks you're into. If you're into bondage, I'm not into bondage, but it sure looks pretty interesting in here. But oh my god, the story is actually decent, and the author's notes, she's even done it. So a lot of this stuff, some of the positions in here are what she says came from her own research. So yeah, she's a trip indeed. And then next we got Please Put Them On, Takamina-san, number 7. Okay, we're just continuing on with this series. It is what it is. I like the story. If you're into that kind of thing, I don't know. If I was a girl and I had magic panties and bra that could take me back in time, I'd be using it like crazy too. Next up, another one that's coming in from Titan Comics and Titan Manga now is Poetry of Ran, number 1. Good. It's actually not that bad. I thoroughly enjoyed reading it. From what I understand, there's only one more volume of this coming out, so the series is pretty short, if I've read correctly. Next on the list, another great series. If you're into supernatural, if you're into horror, a little bit of horror and stuff, Dark Gathering, number 5, killer series. This volume was amazing. Oh my god, you the soldier she brings into battle for another spirit. This dude, here he is, the hellbound sergeant. This dude, straight up beast mode. This guy is awesome. Good series. Oh my god, love it. Next I got is Momo number 7. I've got to read this one too. Uh, it gets kind of intense. I mean, there's a lot of fighting going on, trying to save old Momo and everything, but this was decent. This was it wasn't the best volume, but it was a really good one. Next is Dandadan. I love that name. Number 6. This one was actually really good too. Holy crap. It will conclude what happened in the last one, just to let you know. I mean, this is just such a fun series. It's crazy. I don't know. I thought they were supposed to be getting an anime, or maybe they already got it. If they do, I'm going to be watching it because I love to see how they animate this thing because it's going to be nuts. For real, man. Next, we have Hulk, number 7. Older series. I think originally came out in 2010s, around about there. It's fun. Hulk is awesome. The other demons he's fighting with are cool. They're just cool as shit. Love them. It's a great story. You should get it. I mean, it's only got, I don't know. It's a 12-volume series, 13-volume series maybe? I can't remember. I think we're about halfway through it. Next is Ogami. Can't Keep It In, number 2. This is fun. This is probably the first rom-com that I've actually read that ends with them together by the second volume. Amazing, right? No doubt. Next we have, I can't remember the name of it. Medaka Kuroiya is Impervious to My Charms, number 4. New girl introduced. This is Mona's one of Mona's friends, and she shows up and she's starting to make things a little more interesting. For sure. Next we have Please Go Home, Miss Akutsa. It's number 4. This is a silly series too. It's still a lot of fun. It's just another typical rom-com. It makes me laugh. That's why I keep on reading it, but it's good. I like it. Now this one is an interesting series. I guess this one would be considered shoujo probably. But Taman's B-side, number 2. I really liked the first volume, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to check out the second volume, see what it's up, if it's continuing on, and it still continues on pretty good. It's an interesting story. You got a J-pop star, girl who's like mad infatuated with him, becomes a housekeeper for him, but she didn't realize it was going to be him, and he turns out to be the exact opposite of what he is when he's on stage. He's got 2 personas. One, he's like totally melancholy and freaking out and crying and all this crap. And then when he turns on his, his hot side, and he's like enchanting all the girls. It's hilarious. Check it out. Next we have is This Is Screwed Up, But I Was Reincarnated as a Girl in Another World, number 10. I don't know. the series has changed in essence from the beginning. It goes back and forth, but I like reading this story because she's crazy. She's back to helping friends and everything else like that. It's pretty good. Next up is Apollo's Song by Tezuka. Oh my god. If you haven't read this before, this came out in the 71 or so, 70, 71. Amazing. It's amazing. You have to read it. You have to read all his stuff because he's just an amazing author. My God. Next up, some more old stuff. Abandon the Old in Tokyo. Short stories by Yoshihiro Tatsumi. These are not bad. They're not bad at all. I really enjoyed reading this volume. Oh my gosh. Another amazing book that I got, and I've already read, of course, is Downfall by Inio Asano. This book is crazy good. I mean, it about a manga's artist who, goes through a dry spell after his series has been canceled and he's completed it. And I can really relate to that in other ways because I've written books before, a couple books on poetry, and when you hit that dry spell and it just all ends, it's done, and you don't know if you're ever getting it back. It was really, really an amazing read. So much so that I've literally started picking up anything of his that I can find, as you will see in a minute. Here we have Malevolent Spirits Monogatari number 5. This was pretty good. It wasn't bad. I like that series a lot. Next, Survival in Another World with My Mistress number 5. This series continues to make me laugh. And it's not nearly like it was in the very first couple volumes. A lot of raunchiness and all that kind of stuff. It's so Minecrafty, and I love Minecraft. So you start throwing blocks down, and you're making stuff. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna read that. That's gonna be fun, and it still does that. On to the next is The White Mage Doesn't Want to Raise the Hero's Level number 1. I don't mind starting off series and taking a chance, and this one, I mean, it's not going to raise your IQ, that's for sure. But it's a funny read. Yeah. Well, look at that. I was looking for that. Next is Chain Soldier number 6. I can't wait to read this. That is an amazing series. It's a lot of action, a lot of fun. And that one I still haven't got to yet. Slow Life in Another World number 6. Another decent series. Oh yeah, I can't wait to read that one. And I've seen so many people who have talked about this book, and I've always avoided it. I was just like, what a ridiculous title. I don't want to read that. And then they say people keep saying it's like a super super sad story, and I kind of poked my head into it a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I can see where this would be kind of sad. So I was like, when I seen this volume, it's the complete manga collection of I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this chance. I'm going to get it, and I'm going to read it. And then let's see what happens. Boo-hoo. I doubt that, but you know what? I hear it's really good, so yeah, I'll give it a shot. Another amazing series, Kaiju number 8, volume 9. This series continues to just blow my mind. It's action. It's a lot of action, a lot of kaiju. Oh my god, killing them off. I don't know if that's got a manga or an anime or not. Hell, I need to find it if it does. Next we have Stray Cat and Wolf number 2. So far, fun series. We'll find out in number 2 if it continues. I'm hoping it does. It's a lot of it. It was fun. The first one. I like this series quite a bit. I'm a behemoth, an S rank monster, but mistaken for a cat, I live as an elf girl's pet. Number 8. It's such a silly series, but I still love it nonetheless. Next, we have another old one. This is the second wave of Gekiyo artists. Red Snow. Susumu Katsumata. Yeah, great. If you want to research the older stuff, you've really got to read this stuff. In fact, I'll probably be making videos on some of these things later on because it's amazing. I love it. All short stories, rural Japan before modernization really took effect. Good stuff. Good stuff. Next, we have Magic Knight Ray Earth from Clamp. This is the first volume of their reprinting. I'm excited to get this. The artwork is cool. And second volume should be coming out in another month or two. So I'm looking forward to get that. Okay, here we go. Inio Asano. I went out and I was like, screw this, man. I need to find more of his stuff. But I've been avoiding this for a long time, despite the fact of how much people have been talking how good it is. I was thinking, why do I want to look at a little ghost in regular life and all that kind of crap? But I'm going to take the chance. I love everything else he's done that I have read. So I hear it's pretty sad too. Good Night Poon Pun, number 1. All right. This series, now bear with me on the name. Yokohama Kaidashi Kikao. These are deluxe editions. This series initially came out in 94 and ran through 2006. This is volume 1, and we got volume 2. Unfortunately, they didn't have the third volume there. I was real mad. Somebody must have bought it, so I'm going to curse them until the day they die. So now I got to go looking for that. Next, we have Noragami, Stray God. This is the omnibus for volume 4, 5, and 6. Love the first volume of omnibus. And as you know, I picked up a heck of a lot of the series earlier in the month. So looking forward to reading that one and continuing that series. Now, continuing looking for new old stuff, I had a good deal online and I picked up Jing, King of Bandits, the entire series. This is volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is a pretty old series, to be honest. I can't remember what year it was. 90? No, it wasn't that far back. Oh, I'll think of it later. Tokyo Pop had a lot of good series back in the day, I think. 2004. And finding some of these things complete makes me very happy. Last video I saw it and about World War II afterwards. And here's Barefoot Gin number 1. I still haven't read the I saw it and all that stuff, but I'll read that after I read those because those are going to be very interesting. And here we got Asoma Tezuka, Under the Air. It's a collection of stories. These came out in, collected, I think they came out in like 71 or 2. Some very old stories, but it's very important to keep on reading these guys because they're the ones that literally started everything, and of course he's considered the godfather anyway, so you got to pay attention to what he wrote for sure. Oh my goodness, I still have so much and I need to hurry up before I run out of time, so we're going to burn through this pretty quick. We got Tokyo Babylon #2 by Clamp. They're all re-releasing these things, so check them out if you've been wanting those. Here's another oldie but goodie, and this is from Leiji Matsumoto. Battleship Space Battleship Yamato. One of the things I've been missing. And here's the other volume that I've been missing from the Origami. This is the omnibus for 7, 8, and 9. And I took a chance. I don't know why I didn't get it when it was first coming out. I said I didn't want to do it. But then when I started reading it, and I was like reading the back and everything, I was like, this is something I would buy. This is something that I would really enjoy. And that's Tokyo Revengers. Here's the omnibus for 1 and 2, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8. I'm gonna have to look around and see if I can find the rest of them. And then we won't do that one. Mao #15. This is from Rumiko Takahashi. Her current series that's running, she's kind of like a godmother. You got to really read her stuff. She's good. Really good. I've been picking up Pluto. And this is #1. Working on this series here. Only got 3 volumes of it. I think it finished at 8, maybe, if I remember right. So I still got a few more of those to find. This just came out. Fist of the North Star, hardcover. Beautiful. #11. God, this thing is very close to being done now. I'm looking forward to finishing it off. Here we got the Fairy Tales 100 Years Quest, #14. Continuing the adventures of Fairy Tale. Hell yeah. And I'm getting all the omnibuses up slow together, so that's going to be good. One Punch Man 27. This dude is off the chain. And #6, volume 3. This is the final volume in the collection. I'm still missing #2, so I'm on the lookout for that. Can't wait to find it so I can really get into this series. Finally, they started carrying this at the Barnes and Books A Million. Barnes and Noble. Good Lord. And this is Golden Kamuy, volume 30. Bad thing is, 31 is going to be the final volume. Go figure. So, it's going to take me a while to find the rest of those volumes. I was looking through this thing. Insane. Love it. Beautiful art. Great story. Next, we have Shaman King Flowers, #6. This is the final volume in this series. So, that's going to be fun. Next, I've been waiting for this. JoJo. Yeah. Stone Ocean #2. JoJo's insane. I can't wait to read that. And to go along with the Samu Tezuka stuff, this is being rewritten or added to, is the Atom, the beginning. These are from Titan Manga as well, which is really cool. I don't have a complete run of it yet, but I'm working on it. Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, and Volume 6. The art is fair, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how they play with the story for Astro Boy stuff. I mean, this is basically where all this is coming from, Pluto and Atom, because I think Astro Boy's original name in the Japanese, I believe, was Atom or something like that. Next, I have another old one. Oh boy, I want to say this was like 1969, I think, when these originally came out, by Kazuo Umez. We have Orochi. Nice hardcovers. This is volume 2. I'm missing volume 1. Somebody came in and bought it right before me because it was literally there the previous week. I'm very mad at them too. Curse them. Volume 3 and volume 4. And I think this is the final volume as well. Well, that was a pretty decent run of manga there. A lot of old stuff I found. Yeah, about half of the stuff is like old or older, anything from 2000 and back. And honestly, that's one of my big goals is collecting older stuff and fleshing out the collection backwards. And my start point is kind of like 50 years. So from like 1970 forward, I want to see what I can find in translation. And I'm actually finding quite a bit. I'll probably have to do a video, separate video on that alone because there's just so much information out there. I mean, it's fun to read the new stuff, but you still got to pay homage to the stuff that came before it because the new stuff is literally standing on the shoulders of giants. Um, that's it for my manga haul, second manga haul of January. Um, Leave a like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Tell me what you're reading. If you've read any of these, let me know. Come on now. Let's get a conversation going and enjoy this hobby that we all have together. Y'all take care now. Peace.